Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss the classification of igneous rocks. There are two types of classifications of igneous rocks. One based on depth of formation and the other one based on composition. The word igneous has been derived from the Latin ignis, means fire. Let's study more about igneous rocks and their classifications. The liquid rock material we see here coming up the volcano is the magma. Here you can see the volcanic eruption. It is a hot liquid made of molten minerals. When this magma reaches at the earth's surface, it is known as the lava. The cooling and solidification of lava at the Earth's surface results in the formation of S2C igneous rocks, which is otherwise known as volcanic rocks. Due to rapid cooling, their crystals are fine-grained. However, some of the magma can't come up but settles at some depth. This magma cools near the Earth's surface. As they completely surrounded by rocks and soil present there, the cooling and solidification of the magma at depth near the Earth's surface results in the formation of rocks having large crystals known as intrusive igneous rocks. Here you can see intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks are those rocks which formed at some depth. It is interesting to know that the igneous rocks are the first formed rocks, which is also known as the primary rocks. Pumice and obsidian are the S2C igneous rocks. Pumice is used in lightweight concrete and obsidian is used in ornaments. Granite and diorite are intrusive igneous rocks, both used as building materials. To summarize, based on depth of formation, igneous rocks are of two types: extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. The cooling and solidification of lava at the Earth's surface caused the formation of extrusive igneous rocks. They are also known as volcanic rocks. The cooling and solidification of magma at depth within the Earth's crust results in the formation of intrusive igneous rocks. Another type of classification of igneous rocks based on composition. They are classified into four categories. One, felsic igneous rocks, intermediate igneous rocks, mafic igneous rocks, and last one is ultramafic or ultrabasic igneous rocks. So, based on composition, the igneous rocks are classified into four: felsic igneous rocks, intermediate igneous rocks, mafic igneous rocks, and ultramafic or ultrabasic igneous rocks. Then the first one is felsic igneous rocks. Felsic igneous rocks are those rocks rich in silicon and oxygen. The word felsic comes from two single words, fel and sic. Fel means feldspar, sic means silicon. So they are rich in silicon and oxygen. These rocks have low melting points. They have a lighter color and they have minerals. Light colored minerals are present in this type of rocks. Light colored minerals like quartz and feldspar. Here in these rocks, we can feldspar and silicon. So they are rich in feldspar and silicon. They have low melting point, lighter. Usually they are lighter in color. Light-colored minerals such as quartz and feldspar dominate in such felsic igneous rocks. In felsic igneous rocks, the silica percentage, silica SiO2, is greater than 63%. Some pictures of felsic igneous rocks are given here. It's a rhyolite and granite. Rhyolite is the estrusive igneous rocks. Estrusive igneous, you know that estrusive means they are formed at the surface by the solidification of lava. Intrusive igneous rocks are those rocks which are resulting from the solidification of magma below the surface. So they have coarse grains, whereas in extrusive igneous rocks we can see fine grain rocks. Here we can see the grains with our naked eye. Here it is very fine grain. The second type of igneous rocks based on composition is intermediate igneous rocks. Intermediate igneous rocks have composition intermediate in composition. That is a mixture of light and dark colored minerals. They have equal amounts of light colored and dark colored minerals. Silica percentage is between 52 and 63 percentage. Commonly, diorite and andesite belongs to the intermediate igneous rocks. Some pictures are given here. Diorite and andesite, extrusive igneous rocks, diorite, intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks, the grains are coarse grain. We can see with our naked eyes. Here, extrusive igneous rocks, very fine grain texture. The third type of igneous rocks based on composition are mafic rocks. The word mafic comes from two single words. Ma means magnesium and fic means iron. Low in silica, rich in magnesium. So silica percentage is very low, between 52 and 63 percentage. Silica possesses high melting point. Relatively, it contains darker color and density than felsic rocks. They have a dark minerals such as olivine, pyroxene, and bibold. Dark colored minerals, olivine, pyroxene, and abibolds are commonly seen in mafic igneous rocks. The fourth type is ultramafic and ultrabasic igneous rocks. Rich in iron and magnesium. Dark colored minerals, olivine and sometimes pyroxenes are present here, dominated in this type of rocks. Silica percentage is very less and less than 45 percentage. Dunite and peridotite are some examples of ultramafic and ultrabasic igneous rocks. Here, iron and magnesium are very high. Some of ultramafic or ultrabasic igneous rocks are given here. Gabbro, basalt are examples. Gabbro is intrusive igneous rocks. Basalt is extrusive igneous rocks. We can differentiate these two rocks because here the grains are very coarse grain. Here the grains are very fine grained. Because the cooling rate is so rapid that they cannot crystallize within a short span of time. That is very fine. They quickly solidifies. Here, the grains are very coarse grain. We can identify the individual grains. Dark and light colored minerals are present here. To summarize the classification of igneous rocks based on composition, there are 4 types of igneous rocks. There are felsic igneous rocks, intermediate igneous rocks, mafic igneous rocks, and ultramafic igneous. Felsic, intermediate, mafic, and ultramafic igneous rocks. Felsic rocks, here quartz and feldspar are dominant in felsic igneous rocks. Silica percentage is high. In the second case, intermediate, plagioclase feldspar, equal amount of light and dark colored minerals are present. Dominate plagioclase feldspar. Third case, mafic igneous rocks, dark colored minerals are more in mafic igneous rocks. Example is gabbro and basalt. And the fourth one, ultramafic igneous rocks, olivine is greater amount of olivine. Silica percentage is very low, less than 45 percentage. So there are 2 types of classification of igneous rocks. One is based on the depth of formation of rocks, and the other one is based on composition. Thank you. Okay, see you.